Russell, this non-crime hate incidents, I mean, I say non-crime hate incidents, they only become non-crime hate incidents when the police feel that even they can't proceed with it to be a full crime, a hate crime. So they'll settle for warning people, don't say that again. They, of course, did it with Alison Pearson, the Telegraph columnist. Julie Bindel, the prominent feminist, revealed that it happened to her. She revealed it happened some while ago, but she revealed that over the weekend. And I'm going to bring you a case later on that you won't believe. Now, Tuti Akir recognises that people are a bit upset about this. I mean, they're furious. They're fed up. I mean, this is sinister stuff. This is not North Korea. So he has let it be known, or he's actually said that top cops, you know, who enthusiastically record non-crime hate incidents and investigate 9-year-old school kids will be held to account. And he says that the police should concentrate on the crimes that matter to communities. Well, yes, and those crimes, of course, are theft, burglary, violent assault, shoplifting, and so on and so forth, all the things that affect our lives. Bicycle thefts even. He's right about that, but he needs to do more. I think we've got to stop non-crime hate incidents. If it's not a crime, what the hell are the police doing?
Yeah, so there needs to be not just a suggestion, not just a quiet word amongst chief constables and police and crime commissioners. There needs to be a diktat. It needs to be legislation that says this is, it's a non-crime hate incident, therefore it's not a crime. So therefore don't record it or have anything to do with it. But what on earth are the police doing getting involved in anything that is a non-crime? You wouldn't have the NHS getting involved with a non-clinical incident, would you? I mean, it's ridiculous. No. The thing with this whole Alison Pearson thing, it took another turn this weekend, actually. So not on this channel, I have to say, he probably wouldn't dare, but the Essex Police and Crime Commissioner went on the record to defend his police force in Essex, the county that I'm proud to live in, Kev, on the basis that he said...
The only way.
Yes, of course it is. Yeah. But he actually went on radio, another channel, and said that what Alison Pearson has done is a crime under the 1986 Public Order Act.
An alleged crime.
Well, whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? How on earth can we have a police and crime commissioner that's supposed to be in charge of Essex Police and its budget of £300 million a year, by the way, telling us all that he already believes that Alison Pearson is not guilty of a non-crime hate incident, but of a Section 17 Public Order Act 1986 offence, which is basically racial incitement. So no due process. He's already decided that she's banged to rights. That is absolutely outrageous.
But what he's also saying is that Alison Pearson, as I say, prominent Telegraph columnist, very outspoken, you know, I was about to say right wing. She's right of centre, like the Telegraph is.
Normal.
She's not far right. Or
common sense.
She's a sensible, common sense woman. She says that it was recorded as a non-crime hate incident, and therefore this is a terrible, egregious waste of police time and money. The police, as you say, Russell, they've come back. The Essex Police have come back and said, "Oh no, she's actually being investigated for an actual crime. It's not as minor as a non-crime hate incident. She is being investigated for a hate crime for something she posted a year ago, which in a really, really sinister way, the cops who knocked on her door on Remembrance Sunday morning of all days, they wouldn't tell her what the tweet was.
But they won't tell her, so she can't defend herself. So, you know, you have a right to know what you're accused of, and indeed who your accuser is. The police have told her neither of those things. By the way, Essex Police, over the last 12 months or so, have recorded and investigated 700 non-crime hate incidents. Now, no wonder the place where I live has got the most appalling increase in violent crime, rape and drug crime. I mean, I've looked at the statistics today, Kev. Violent crime in the last 8 years, since this Roger Hurst was actually elected, up 67%. Rape is up 103%. Guess what's happened to the detection rate in Essex over the last 8 years? It's halved. It's halved, even though the budget for Essex Police is now £98 million more than it was 8 years ago. It is an absolute and utter disgrace not just those figures, but the fact that instead of putting resources towards solving burglaries, assaults, rapes, car crime and drug incidents, instead we're knocking on Alison Pearson's door. It is absolutely outrageous.
And Julie Bindel, and my guest at 8 o'clock, who you will find out, she's a prominent free speech campaigner. What worries me about this is these coppers, these top cops, are deliberately, in my view, going for prominent defenders of free speech.
But they never go for the left.
No.
They never go for the right.
No, but they're going for prominent defenders of free speech. Right-wingers, as you say. That's what's going on. The Chief Constable of Essex, his name is Ben Julian Harrington. He's got a lot of questions to answer, if you ask me, but instead... The cops are clearly proud of this. They think that non-crime hate incidents are preventative. You know, we warn you, don't say that, you know, don't have that opinion. Don't state that opinion. Be careful because next time we'll nick you. We don't want this in our country, thank you very much. We don't want cops knocking on our door for something we tweeted a year ago or, in fact, ever. This is a waste of police time. As Russell said, crime is out of control. People don't feel safe on the streets, and you coppers are wasting your time knocking on people's door, telling them about non-crime hate incidents, and you're investigating 9-year-old children for calling other little kids nasty names in the playground. What has gone wrong with you lot? Ben Julian Harrington, what are you doing?
So one 9-year-old...
What do you think you're doing? There is no common sense in this. This is insanity.
Kev, one 9-year-old was investigated for calling their friend or suggesting that their friend smelt
it was the fish. Yeah, that's the case. That's the case.
Ridiculous.
That's the case. The 9-year-old called another kid, said another kid smelled of fish. Now, we don't know the details of this case, but I'll tell you, a pound to a pinch of sugar, it's this, that the kid who called the other kid or said the other kid smelled of fish, that kid would have been white, and the other kid who was the recipient of the insult would have been a kid of colour.
So the last time this kind of stuff happened in Europe was the late 1930s. Where did that end up?
Exactly.
In a not very nice place. And seriously, and look, I'll say this, the likes of, you know, you and Mike Graham and Julie Hartley-Brewer and so on, that are commonsensical and outspoken and opinionated, I say this guardedly, but are you next? I mean, seriously, do they start coming for radio and TV journalists that are opinionated?
Well, they will, because, as I say, in my view, they're deliberately singling out prominent defenders of free speech, prominent right-wing voices, because they're proud of this. So, as I say, you've got Alison Pearson, couldn't get more prominent than that, Julie Bindel, massive, her alleged non-crime hate incident was because she tweets a lot about biological males, biological females.
Bernie was put in the cells.
So and so on and so forth. We're going to meet someone at 8 o'clock. You won't believe her story. She tweeted something about her cat, an innocent tweet about her cat, and ended up in a fight for her freedom, almost a massive battle with the police. This stuff has got to stop. You know, this isn't Great Britain, as they say. You know, new baseball cap you can wear. Make Orwell history. This is Orwellian. This is Orwellian. This is thought control. This is the police. Policing our thoughts, our opinions, what we say and what we do, knocking on our doors and saying, be careful about that, you better not do that again. You do that to me, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it twice as loud. Honestly, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And Starmer, you've got, you know, his heart's clearly sort of in the right place when he says the police shouldn't waste their time.
But he's only saying it.
By the way, this is well, I think
because hang on, Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary, said the opposite a few days ago.
Yeah, well,
all of these things need to be investigated because it's not right that we should be offensive towards people.
But you know,
no one has the right not to be offended. Sorry, you don't.
You know what Rachel Reeves, Chancellor of Doom, said, you know, that woman who...
when she's not doctoring the CV.
Lies about her qualifications. We'll be dealing with that story later on. When asked about this case of the 9-year-old kid, said, do you think it's right that the police are investigating a 9-year-old kid? She said... I do agree that there are better uses of police time.
Yes, do you think?
Thank you, Rachel. I mean, that is the understatement of the century. So let me know what you think. Don't you think that we've got to make a stand. We've got to tell the police, we've got to tell Starmer, we are not going to put up with the police investigating little 9-year-old kids for calling another 9-year-old kid a nasty name in the playground. Come on, this has got to stop.